7 Amazing Digital Themes, Wake Up Call Telcos. Part 1-2. This article is part 1 of the entire blog. It describes the 7 digital themes that a telco should implement by year 2020. Part 2 will focus on major architectural and technology shifts that would be needed to implement the 7 digital themes. Welcome to first part of the blog here. Business context: for a decade or so, telcos are operating in an economy of disruption, where players have successfully taken lead in delivering customer experiences in which telcos are merely a connectivity providers. IT and network technology is changing at an exponential pace. Telcos are finding it difficult to adoption. All of this is resulting into an economy of disruption. But here is the hope. The emerging technologies of artificial intelligence, AI, blockchain, cloud, mobile, augmented reality, virtual reality have created a potential opportunity waiting to be cashed on by telcos. Emerging technologies can enable telcos bounce back. Using emerging technologies, telcos can become relevant in day-to-day lifestyle activities of consumers. This will require telcos to implement 7 themes which I'm calling amazing themes. 1.1 What do we mean by amazing? The amazing are 7 themes that a telco need to institutionalize in whatever it does. An amazing stands for accurate. Whatever the telco does and decides, it should be based on data. This is the first theme I'm calling as accurate. This theme requires the telco to use machine learning at all engagement interfaces with customer, partners, regulators and competitors. It will enable the telco keep detecting something new which was not in the radar of the telco. The machine learning will detect newer patterns in the huge data getting generated in the ecosystem, be it related to customer engagement or network operations, or supply chain optimization or regulatory compliance. Another manifestation of the theme happens in the form where customer get accurate and consistent product offers information irrespective of the channel, call center, store, channel partner or website. An amazing stands for meaningful. Using the theme of meaningful, the telco strives to remain relevant in the day-to-day lifestyle activities of the consumers. It means telcos need to move from product centricity to lifestyle centricity. This will require the telco to forge partnerships across various industries so that if the consumer engagement needs more than what a telco offers, it is available. An amazing stands for a step ahead. Verizon will launch 5G home internet access in 2018. The post mentions it's no shock as to why Verizon is showing its cards so early. The carrier is in fierce competition with fellow incumbent AT&T. Verizon wants you to know it's keeping pace and will have a real, publicly available 5G service ready to go within a matter of months. The post Google wants 5G spectrum to be shared mentions Google is using its involvement in the 3.5 GHz Citizens Broadband Radio Service (CBRS) spectrum to advocate for a new way to divvy up spectrum for 5G that encourages shared infrastructure and shared spectrum and fosters new business models. Google is a key member of the CBRS Alliance, which also includes all 4 major U.S. operators AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, and T-Mobile US, and cable heavyweights Comcast and Charter. The goal of the group is to enable others to use the 3.5 GHz band without creating interference. That band is currently being used by military and satellite incumbents when needed, but frees up the spectrum for commercial use at all other times. Preston Marshall, principal wireless architect at Google, believes that it would open the door to enterprises. For example, he believes that a company like Marriott could use licensed spectrum to outfit one of its hotel properties with LTE or 5G, and then sell capacity in its hotel back to operators like Verizon or AT&T. A Marriott could deploy technology just like Verizon, he said, noting that this model would encourage a denser network. Another model might be for a Starbucks, which currently offers Wi-Fi to its patrons, to deploy 5G and offer 5G services to its customers. We want to make it advantageous for building owners to do more. That's why a neutral host is fundamental to 5G. Google Project Loon is a network of balloons traveling on the edge of space, designed to extend internet connectivity to people in rural and remote areas worldwide. It will enable very poor to access internet. Imagine the benefits it can provide when huge number of underserved population comes into digital and financial inclusion. Facebook is a step ahead than many of the telcos with its most impressive connectivity projects Terragraph and its solar-powered Aquila drone for enabling internet access in remote areas. James Su writes in his article 3 Ways 5G Will Transform the World as We Know It, how 5G will help IoT devices become smaller and drones becoming a practical last-mile delivery vehicle. Telcos need to leverage and contribute toward such innovations. As of now, most of the telcos are focused on optimization cost efficiencies. But an amazing telco need to foster a culture of innovation throughout the organization. While business as usual goes on, telcos keep investing in new technologies and disruptive ideas. Z of amazing stands for zestful, uninterrupted availability of services on all channels including social media. It's about 24/7 access and device-agnostic access. E.g., with help from AI technology product like IBM Voice Gateway, customers are not placed in call center queues. Their queries are answered instantly by AI-powered robots. It manifests the zestfulness in serving customers. I in amazing stands for instantly. It's about instant response to customer queries, product catalog search etc. e.g., Android Instant Apps enables native Android applications to run in response to launching of URL without requiring installation. This is important for marketers who know that prospects resist downloading of any additional app on their handset. But these prospects are willing to take a look at your offer. And an amazing stands for novelty. It's about creating something new every time. Michael K. Spencer writes in his article Amazon Go is a go, and it will transform retail completely. Amazon Go will sell fresh food and meal kits for shoppers on Go, while eliminating typical hassles like checkout lines and waiting. It's literally the grab-and-go experience and light years beyond any self-checkout you might see. Telcos need to notice the trend. Touchscreen click-based user interfaces would have become secondary by year 2020 to voice and messaging-based interfaces. A voice would become the primary interface of triggering search on web. The artificial intelligence, AI, would actualize the voice-first trend that we talk today. B messaging would be used heavily in mobile app powered by AI chatbots. Arrival of new age Wi-Fi routers at home. Stylish new touchscreen Wi-Fi routers are getting launched by likes of Starry Station which support Internet of Things products. Smart home devices, fitness wearables and connected cars, for example, will start getting orchestrated into your day-to-day life routines. Soon we will hear Wi-Fi routers enabled with voice and AI to execute your voice commands to arrange dinner, book cab, make payments, listen to your favorite ebook, track your car, connect with your friends, doctor, gym instructor, colleagues, etc. etc. In such scenarios, payment services will be used in background like utility. Telcos need to do tie-ups with payment banks to invoke their payment services API and fulfill the lifestyle use cases. For institutionalizing novelty across the enterprise, I recommend adoption of first principles. Refer to James Clear article First Principles, Elon Musk on the Power of Thinking for Yourself. James Clear article says the first principles approach has been used by many great thinkers including inventor Johannes Gutenberg, military strategist John Boyd, and the ancient philosopher Aristotle, but no one embodies the philosophy of first principles thinking more effectively than entrepreneur Elon Musk. In 2002, Musk began his quest to send the first rocket to Mars, an idea that would eventually become the aerospace company SpaceX. First principles thinking is a fancy way of saying think like a scientist. Scientists don't assume anything. In theory, first principles thinking requires you to dig deeper and deeper until you are left with only the foundational truths of a situation. It is a cycle of breaking a situation down into the core pieces and then putting them all back together in a more effective way. Deconstruct then reconstruct. James Clear article says in ancient Rome, soldiers used leather messenger bags and satchels to carry food while riding across the countryside. At the same time, the Romans had many vehicles with wheels like chariots, carriages, and wagons. And yet, for thousands of years, nobody thought to combine the bag and the wheel. The first rolling suitcase wasn't invented until 1970, when Bernard Sato was hauling his luggage through an airport and saw a worker rolling a heavy machine on a wheeled skid. What looks like innovation is often an iteration of previous forms, rather than an improvement of the core function. While everyone else was focused on how to build a better bag form, Sato considered how to store and move things more efficiently, function. Can telcos attempt to challenge prevalent forms of prepaid, postpaid, voice plan, data plan? G in amazing stands for genuine. It's about making genuine offering to customer. How amazing themes can be institutionalized. We suggest adoption of modern digital and emerging technologies in following 3 strategic focus areas to institutionalize the amazing themes discussed above. First strategic focus area is customer experience. Usually experience expectation bar is not influenced by insurance companies. Likes of Facebook, Twitter, Google, Apple, Amazon are setting up expectations bar in the minds of customers. Telcos need to adopt modern emerging architectural patterns and emerging technologies that help deliver amazing experience to customers. In Part E of the article, I will mention key architectural and technology shifts to implement the 4 activities mentioned in the diagram above. Second strategic focus area is disruptive business environment. Telcos need to adopt modern emerging architectural patterns and emerging technologies depicted in the diagram below. It will help the telco become disruptive rather than getting disrupted. In Part E of the article, I will mention key architectural and technology shifts to implement the 4 activities mentioned in the diagram above. Third strategic focus area is technology adoption at exponential pace. Telcos need to adopt modern emerging architectural patterns and emerging technologies depicted in the diagram below. It will help the telco adopt newer technologies with ease. In Part E of the article, I will mention key architectural and technology shifts to implement the 4 activities mentioned in the diagram above. Conclusion: I hope you found this part of the article worth your reading time. It described the 7 digital amazing themes that a telco should implement by year 2020. I will try to publish Part 2 of the article within few weeks. Part 2 will focus on major architectural and technology shifts that would be needed to implement the 7 digital amazing themes. Thanks for your time. End of document.